Have you ever wondered what would happen if Boruto's new generation went up against Naruto's old generation? What would pure brute strength and the insane chakra of the Fourth Great Ninja War do against the broken abilities and dimensional powers of the modern era? And more importantly, could the students survive a brutal death at the hands of their own masters at their absolute peak? I'm Shoyo, and to answer this once and for all, I took the untouchable elite from both eras and split this fight into 4 insane rounds, going from pure battle IQ all the way up to literal god-level combat. And as usual, we're gonna start by revealing the first matchup for both generations. Then, as the video goes on, I'll keep adding the heavy hitters until we reach the ultimate climax, where the ninja world could literally be split in half. Round 1, strategy and killer instinct. To start things off, the battlefield is already set. On one side, the old generation, Shikamaru at his Shippuden peak and Rock Lee with the 6th gate open. On the other side, the new generation, 2 blue vortex, Shikadai and Mitsuki in Sage mode. The moment the fight starts, the battlefield splits in 2. Rock Lee doesn't waste a single millisecond. He opens the gates and goes straight after Mitsuki. With a 6th gate open, his speed is ridiculous. The raw power behind every kick could crush giant meteors. At first glance, it looks like Mitsuki is about to get completely run over in the first second, right? Wrong. Mitsuki has one real advantage, Sage mode. Sage mode gives Mitsuki a terrifying level of fluidity. He doesn't just dodge, he absorbs the impact, like his body is made out of liquid rubber. And this is where biology comes into play. The 6th gate makes Lee's blood boil and pushes his breathing to the extreme. So what does Mitsuki do? He releases an almost invisible poisonous mist enhanced with lightning release. Because Lee's circulation is moving so fast, the poison spreads through his body in fractions of a second. Before long, Lee starts feeling the effects and loses his ability to keep fighting. The new generation wins the first clash. But on the other side of the battlefield, we have father against son, Shikadai versus Shikamaru. Shikadai starts with an interesting advantage. Besides the Nara clan's shadow techniques, he also inherited Tamari's wind release. In theory, wind counters the Nara clan's shadow-based style because it lets him attack from long range without relying on light and darkness, while also pushing the opponent back. But we're talking about end of war Shikamaru, a guy whose battle IQ surpassed ninjas who had been alive for centuries. He quickly figures out his son's attack pattern and understands how Shikadai is using wind to control the fight's movement. But Shikadai misses one crucial detail, the shadows left behind by the debris from Lee and Mitsuki's fight. Shikamaru uses a flash bomb, not to blind his son, but to artificially stretch the shadows across the battlefield. He predicts the exact angle of Shikadai's wind blast, calculates the blind spot of his dodge, and traps him with shadow possession before the kid even realizes his own wind pushed him directly into the trap. The old generation ties the score and proves that experience and strategy still make a huge difference. But now comes the next question. What happens when the destructive power of a legend meets the precision of a new era Uchiha? Don't worry, we're breaking that down in the next round. Round 2, the legacy of strength and precision. This round takes the scale way higher. We're adding Sakura Haruno with the Byakugo seal against Sarada Uchiha with the Mangekyo Sharingan on the new generation side. Now, if we're talking purely about strength, Sakura is a physical monster. With the Byakugo seal released, she doesn't just have instant regeneration for vital organs through creation rebirth. Her punches can also destroy the ground on a multi-city block level. We're talking about the same woman who broke Kaguya's horn and crushed Shin Uchiha's body with nothing but raw physical strength. The fight starts with Sarada trying to keep her distance, but Sakura is aggressive. She destroys the entire battlefield with every step, forcing Sarada to constantly fall back through the debris. It looks like Sakura's insane brute force is about to completely crush the new generation here. Sakura only needs one clean punch. One single hit would turn Sarada's ribcage into dust. So Sarada activates the Mangekyo Sharingan. Sakura's regeneration is insanely broken, right? But it becomes basically useless if her brain gets fried, or if the attack is focused on shutting down the source of her chakra flow. Sarada had been backing away on purpose, copying and analyzing Sakura's chakra distribution pattern. And the moment Sakura concentrates all her power into her fist for the final blow, Sarada uses her Mangekyo ability, Inoue Orihime, a power that affects the gravitational field around the target to slow Sakura's punch down for just a fraction of a second. At first, it looked like Sarada was cornered, but that was exactly what she wanted. The instant Inoue Orihime slows Sakura's punch, Sarada rushes in with Chidori, but not a normal Chidori. She channels lightning speed in the Sharingan's vision to strike one specific vital point, disabling the main chakra network, feeding the Byakugo seal. That temporarily interrupts the chakra circulation powering the Byakugo and creates the first real opening of the fight. Sarada wins with terrifying precision. The new generation takes the lead, but they're about to find out that in the ninja world, genetic talent means nothing when it faces the cruelty of pure experience. Round 3, the Hyuga legacy and the Fox's surprise. This is where the power level jumps like crazy, and things get ugly. On the old generation side, we have the genius Neji and the Byakugan princess Hinata, both at their war arc peak. On the new generation side, we have the genetic anomaly herself, Himawari Uzumaki, accessing Kurama mode. This version of Himawari is completely broken. The moment she awakens the Biju's power, burning chakra explodes around her. She instantly becomes a monster in raw strength, speed, and bizarre regeneration. We've seen her heal fatal wounds with ease in the manga. Himawari attacks right away. Her speed is so high that even Neji and Hinata struggle to keep up with every movement using the Byakugan at full power. In just a few moments, Hinata's defense starts breaking down under Himawari's Kurama-enhanced combo attacks. It's the ultimate power fantasy. At first glance, the inexperienced youngest child is suddenly overpowering two of the greatest geniuses of the Hyuga clan with nothing but raw talent and divine power. But then tragedy hits. Power isn't everything. Neji and Hinata spent years fighting, training, and facing all kinds of different opponents. Himawari can't finish them off. And then she makes a rookie mistake. She trusts Kurama's chakra protection way too much and starts attacking more directly. Neji uses rotation in a genius way, not to block her head on, but to slightly redirect Himawari's strike at the last second, throwing her off balance for half a millisecond. That tiny opening is all Hinata needs. With a gentle step twin lion fists, she focuses her surgical level precision on Himawari's main tenketsu points. She didn't need to have more chakra than Kurama. She just needed to shut down the valves, connecting that colossal chakra to Himawari's young body. In the end, the duo takes Himawari down and secures the point for the old generation. Now the score is tied. And that brings us to the final fight, the battle that decides which generation truly comes out on top. Round 4, the divine climax. Old generation, 6 paths, Naruto and Sasuke with the Rinnegan at their absolute Valley of the End peak. New generation, phase 2 blue vortex, Boruto and Kawaki with karma level 2. Forget martial arts for a second. This is a battle of gods. The era of monstrous chakra and mass destruction versus the modern era where dimensional powers and rule-breaking abilities dominate. The fight starts immediately. Boruto instantly draws his sword and uses flying Raijin to teleport into Naruto's blind spot at ridiculous speed. Kawaki activates Sukuna Hikona to shrink himself and gets ready to absorb attacks with karma. Sasuke responds by trying to wipe out the battlefield, launching Amaterasu combined with Kagutsuchi flame control. But Kawaki uses Sukuna Hikona to shrink the Amaterasu down to nothing, storing it inside Daikokuten like it's just a bunch of lighter sparks. Naruto enters the fight using 6 paths power and the truth-seeking orbs. He charges at Boruto, but the young ninja reacts thanks to his Otsutsuki enhanced reflexes and counters by activating Rasengan Uzuhiko. He forces the rotation of planet Earth itself into Naruto's body, a strike that causes non-stop disorientation and ignores any kind of physical armor. Meanwhile, Kawaki summons Daikokuten's massive black cubes and tries to crush Sasuke. At this point, it looks like the new generation is completely dominating the fight. Their abilities ignore a lot of traditional defenses. Karma can absorb ninjutsu, while their dimensional powers make direct counterattacks extremely difficult. Everything points to Boruto and Kawaki having the advantage, right? Not exactly. And that's exactly where Naruto and Sasuke show why. They're two of the strongest warriors of all time. Even though Boruto and Kawaki are insanely powerful, they have one fatal mathematical flaw that even Karma can't easily solve. Karma has an absorption limit. It can't absorb an attack if the volume of energy is way bigger than the speed the mark can process, at least not quickly, especially when it's dealing with gigantic attacks. On top of that, Uzuhiko needs to actually hit the target to work at its full potential. So Sasuke uses Amano Tejikara to swap places with one of Kawaki's cubes, escaping the crushing attack. Then he summons the perfect Susanoo, dozens of meters tall, and uses the Rinnegan to absorb the chakra of the 9 captured Biju to boost his power even further. At the same time, Naruto manifests his massive Kurama avatar and channels every drop of natural energy from the planet and the atmosphere around them. And this is where the fight starts getting out of control for the new generation. Because Naruto and Sasuke aren't just increasing their destructive power, they're creating a problem Boruto and Kawaki can't ignore. While Boruto and Kawaki have to focus completely on dealing with giant avatars and attacks capable of devastating entire regions of the battlefield, Naruto can spread shadow clones from every angle, and Sasuke can use Amano Tejikara to appear instantly in unpredictable positions. In other words, the more focus they put into absorbing or dodging colossal attacks, the less attention they have left for the physical attacks happening at the same time. And against two of the greatest combat geniuses in history, one single distraction can be fatal. The two prepare their strongest attacks, Indra's Arrow and the 6 paths Rasen Shuriken. A crossfire attack that canonically tore through Earth's atmosphere, vaporized entire mountains, and changed the geography of the continent on a borderline extinction event scale. And guys, pay close attention to the physics here. Kawaki's ability to shrink matter and Boruto's teleportation speed are impressive, but they get completely overwhelmed and crushed by omnidirectional area of effect destruction. Karma is mainly built to deal with specific targets. Even with Sukuna Ikona, Kawaki would have an extremely hard time dealing with an attack that covers the entire horizon. It's just too big, too fast, and too dense. Any tiny delay in absorption could be fatal. And Boruto? He can't apply Uzuhiko's rotation to a physical target if his opponents are protected by gigantic avatars, kilometers up in the sky, inside tangent-sized armor. On top of that, Naruto's truth-seeking orbs erase matter on a subatomic level and nullify regenerative ninjutsu. They passively block energy blades and destroy the black rods Kawaki tries to fire. If Naruto's ability erases matter at a fundamental level, then Daikoku Ten's dimensional storage simply has nothing left to store. In the end, the new generation's false sense of victory melts away. Looking only at raw feats and power compatibility, the colossal brute force and overwhelming power scale of the Shippuden era simply overload and short-circuit the tactical system of the two Blue Vortex kids. It's a victory with a 55% chance of success for Naruto and Sasuke, and a 45% chance for Boruto and Kawaki with absolutely monstrous, extreme difficulty. But what about you? Do you agree with this result? Or do you think I underestimated the new generation? In your opinion, could Boruto and Kawaki find a way to overcome that massive difference in power scale? Or are Naruto and Sasuke still the greatest ninjas this universe has ever seen? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I really want to know which side you're on in this battle. And if you enjoyed this kind of insane generation versus generation matchup, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next videos. There are a lot more theories, battles, and what if scenarios coming soon. I'm Shoyo, I'm out for now. Big hug, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.